Hello, we are going to be learning about lesson 8.6, which is dealing with scientific notation. Now, a number is written in scientific notation when it is represented as a product of a factor and a power of 10. The factor must be greater than or equal to 1 and less than 10. So the factor we're talking about is the first number that comes in scientific notation. That's the factor, and it must be at least 1, and it's got to be less than 10. So somewhere between 1 and 10. The second number is the power with a base of 10 and an exponent. Basically, we use scientific notation as an easier way to write very large numbers or very small numbers. This is an important rule to remember. Large numbers, which are numbers greater than 10, will have positive exponents. Small numbers, which are numbers less than 1, will have negative exponents. That might be something you put in your notes. Let's take a look at this number here and how do we turn it into scientific notation. The number we have is 8,300,000. Our first step is to determine where can we move the decimal so we have a number between 1 and 10. Right now, the decimal is here, and I need to move it so I have a number between 1 and 10. Well, if I move the decimal to here, between 8 and 3, 8.3 is a number between 1 and 10. So that's going to be my first number in scientific notation. So 8.3 will go here. So now I have 8.3 times 10 to the something power. I need to figure out what that exponent's going to be. So this is how I do it. I count how many hops I needed to take to move the decimal from the original location to the new location. So the original decimal was here, and I moved it to between the 8 and the 3, so I need to count how many hops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hops. So my exponent is going to be 6. So the amount of hops you take is going to be your exponent. Now let's look at a small number, a number that's less than 1. Remember the rule, if it's a number less than 1, we're going to have a negative exponent. But before I worry about that, I need to figure out where can I move the decimal so I have a number between 1 and 10. I can move it to here, between 9 and 6. 9.6 is a number between 1 and 10. Okay, how many hops did I have to make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hops. And because it's a small number less than 1, it's going to be negative 5. So my answer is 9.6 times 10 to the negative 5 power. Well, how do we go from scientific notation to standard notation? Actually, I think this way is a little bit easier if you ask me. I rewrite the first number, 7.9, and then I use the exponent to tell me how many hops I need to take. And since it's a positive exponent, I'm going to move the decimal to the right because I'm making a bigger number. 1, 2, 3, 4. There is my new decimal. I fill in the baskets with zeros. So my answer is 79,000. Let's take a look at this one. 3.8 times 10 to the negative 5 power. I have a negative exponent. That's going to tell me I'm going to have a small number as my answer. So I have 3.8. Because I have a negative exponent, I'm going to move the decimal to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fill in the baskets with zeros. 3.8 times 10 to the negative 5th power is 0.0000038.